This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us. A state patrol car chase in Jefferson County ends with one person dead. 3 state troopers shot and killed the driver near Fort Atkinson. That's where we find Madeline O'Neill live with tonight's emerging new details. Maddie?
Well, the scene is clear now. Highway 12 is again reopened at the intersection of Highway 26. A much different scene from what we saw throughout the day today with multiple law enforcement vehicles here. Now the Wisconsin Division of Criminal Investigation is heading this investigation after the car chase led to a death here in Fort Atkinson. The driver of a car in pursuit died here at Highways 12 and 26, shot by 3 Wisconsin State Patrol troopers. The Wisconsin Department of Justice says in a release it all began about 12:30 Wednesday afternoon between Watertown and Johnson Creek, where troopers tried to stop the vehicle. The vehicle's only passenger ran and was apprehended later. The driver sped away, shooting at state patrol cars as they followed, according to the DOJ. Authorities put out road spikes on Highway 26, which the driver of the car hit. The driver got off on Highway 12, stopping in the median, where they got out with a handgun and tried to carjack a civilian. That's when state officials say the state troopers fired. Despite law enforcement officers trying to save the person's life, the driver died on scene. As per policy, the 3 troopers involved are on administrative leave. The DOJ says all law enforcement agencies are cooperating with the investigation and no one else was injured during this. As for what the original traffic stop was about, the DOJ has yet to get back to our request for that information.
All right, Maddie, thank you. And new tonight, Sun Prairie Police are asking for help finding the people involved in a shooting this evening. Happened at the intersection of West Main and Claremore Drive. Police say that occupants of 2 vehicles exchanged gunfire. One of the vehicles was abandoned on scene. The other, a dark-colored sedan, drove off. Bullets also hit 2 uninvolved vehicles, both of which had people inside. Fortunately, no one was injured. We're still awaiting word from the 115 Fighter Wing about the search for a pilot who crashed in Michigan's Upper Peninsula last night. The usually quiet and isolated woods of the Hiawatha National Forest have been full of emergency search teams. That plane went down during a routine training flight last night about 8 o'clock Madison time. Since that crash, both local first responders, the Coast Guard, and the 115th itself have been searching those woods. We spoke with a drone photographer who lives just miles from the crash scene.
A-10s, helicopters. It seems like there's other planes up there too. It's typically an area where you see little to no air traffic. This is a vast, cold environment up here. I mean, it's not a great place to have to stay for, a couple nights without being prepared.
Governor Evers tweeted a message of support as the 115th Fighter Wing continues the search. The cause remains under investigation. OSHA has launched another investigation into Diddy and Milling in Cambria after the death of an employee yesterday. The body of the 52-year-old man was recovered from a grain silo last night. A spokesperson from OSHA says compliance officers are currently at the scene. OSHA has up to 6 months to complete its investigation, although the spokesperson says they are working as quickly as possible. Diddy and officials say they are pausing operations there to give other employees time to process what happened. To weather now, meteorologist Chris Reese joining us in the backyard patio with our first warn forecast. Chris?
Eric, temperatures have continued to drop ever since the sun set, and they are continuing to go down. We were already into the upper 20s, and with the clear skies, our temperatures will continue to drop, likely into the mid-20s overnight tonight. 29 right now, dew point at 25. That's a good indicator of where your overnight low will likely try to head. Clear skies, though, so with that being said, we're going to enjoy more sunshine into tomorrow as well, but then changes will eventually come our way. This is the probability of seeing at least 2 inches of snow. That's up around 70%, and notice how that focus is right here in the Madison area. We're going to be watching this closely as we go through overnight and into tomorrow. We do have an alert day in the forecast. It's a little too early to truly talk totals, but we're going to time out when the snow may arrive. Eric?
Chris, thank you. With more than 85 new COVID-related deaths confirmed today, we've officially surpassed 4,000 Wisconsinites lost. There are more than 3,700 new cases confirmed across the state today. DHS officials also report 215 new hospitalizations. Dozens of U.S. Army medical personnel are coming to Wisconsin to help the already strained medical system. Governor Evers says 45 members from the Department of of Defense will respond to Marshfield medical facilities in Marshfield, Eau Claire, Beaver Dam, and Rice Lake. And 29 inmates in the Rock County Jail have tested positive for COVID-19 today alone. Just this morning, we were told 3 had tested positive, which sparked some mass testing through contact tracing. The jail tested a total of 74 people. Again, 29 came back positive. Today, the coronavirus has claimed nearly 289,000 lives in the U.S. while infecting more than 15 million people. But expectations are rising that a COVID-19 vaccine will soon be on its way. Tomorrow, an FDA advisory committee will vote on whether to recommend an emergency use authorization for Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine.
We're using the same standards that we would for how well the vaccine protects. The only thing that's different is that we're moving a little faster because of the raging outbreak.
The FDA plans to move quickly to make it available to everyone. Nearly 3 million doses could be shipped by Friday. However, a survey conducted by the Associated Press shows many Americans are wary of the new vaccine. Only 47% said they plan to get their shots. More than a quarter said they will not. There are men and women in Madison who spend their days in cramped labs just hoping to catch a break. You don't know their faces, but you have certainly seen their work. Tonight, our Jamie Perez shares their message for you as COVID cases remain high.
Behind UW Health's doctors and nurses is a workforce that no one else sees.
It's not just the nurses and the doctors, it's the whole system is geared up for this.
Brian Bluell is a senior medical tech. Before COVID, he was testing for people who needed transplants and cancer patients. But he and half the staff who work in this lab pushed that aside to make room for COVID.
It's hard adapting. You know, some people are getting a little burnt out.
Just down the hall, Rachel Anderson still reads cultures and runs molecular tests, but now she also helps process COVID tests.
Yeah, at first it was like, oh my gosh, we have a positive because it was super rare. But then as they've been picking up more and more, it's just seeing the numbers increasing here at UW with the tests that we're running as well as across the nation. It's just sad. And it's hard to see that it's happening here.
Supplies are an issue, and so is time.
We were a lab that just did Monday through Friday day shift, but now we're doing 24/7 testing in here.
Hours of maneuvering test tubes and reading positive after positive.
It's a lot of monotony, a lot of the same thing over and over again, and it's getting old.
But it's still here. The work still needs to be done. But they're hoping that by bringing their behind-the-scenes work to the forefront, it will open some eyes.
Just knowing that there's a lot of people involved that are trying to help and trying to fight this, and maybe if you kind of see how many people it's affecting, that you maybe change a little bit of habits.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
And many lab techs are picking up second and third shifts to help process these COVID tests. UW Health's lab runs anywhere between 400 and 1,100 tests a day. They said they hope more people will wear their masks and avoid going out. More than 45 Hy-Vee pharmacy stores across the Midwest will soon be offering rapid antigen testing, including the Fitchburg location of Hy-Vee. This is in addition to the company's current free standard testing. The rapid test will start tomorrow in Fitchburg and will only be available for people experiencing symptoms or people who have been exposed to a positive case in the last 14 days. You have to register ahead of time. Cost per test will vary by location. The FDA has granted an emergency use authorization for the first non-prescription over-the-counter COVID-19 test kit for home use. They say anyone over 18 can buy the kit and collect nasal swab samples at home. Positive or invalid results are delivered by phone or through a healthcare provider. Negative tests will be notified by email or through an online portal. This new kit may soon be available in stores. More than 1 million face masks will be coming to Dane County tomorrow. That's thanks to a pair of national companies. This morning, the CEO of the Dane County Boys and Girls Club, Michael Johnson, tweeted that Ford Motor Company has donated 500,000 masks to the organization for distribution across the state. He says UPS is also donating 1 million masks as well as hand sanitizer. Both orders are expected to come tomorrow. Johnson says 7 semi-trucks will be making that delivery. UW-Madison is receiving a record number of med school applicants this year. The School of Medicine and Public Health's assistant dean calls it the Fauci or Pothoff effect, named after Dr. Anthony Fauci and UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff.
You know, after 9/11, there was a huge increase in the number of young people going into the military because they wanted to be part of the solution to the problem. And now we see a physician, Fauci, nationally, and Pothoff more locally, 2 physicians who are inspiring the next generation of young people to come and be part of this solution.
Dr. McSweeney says the school usually gets around 5,000 applicants for 176 spots. This year, a 26% increase, up to 6,400 applications. She says it's a trend being seen at med schools all across the country during the pandemic. While they cannot take more students than usual, McSweeney says the additional applicants allow them to really consider the motivation of students who are applying. Next at 10, an expansion of Molson Coors is expected to bring nearly 400 new jobs to Milwaukee, part of the company's newly approved expansion zone designation. That means the Molson Coors is eligible for up to $25 million in performance-based tax credits over the next 8 years if it meets hiring and capital expenditure targets. The company expects to invest $2.8 million in its downtown brewery campus in Milwaukee. Well, check out this video from SpaceX during a test flight. This was in South Texas. One of the company's full-scale prototype starships will burst into flames after a rough landing. This was the company's most ambitious test flight to date, sending the ship 41,000 feet into the air. It came back down, flipped vertically, but came in a bit too fast, as you see, exploding on impact. The ship was unmanned. No one was hurt. Still to come, a chance for accumulating snow. Chris Reese will have your full forecast. Plus, we'll meet a couple of local moms doing something good for people in need this holiday season. Stay with us.
Here's a secret worth sharing. Robertson, Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, is making it easier to tackle pesky frown lines. It's a Botox BOGO for anyone new to this service. There is no better time to learn how Botox is different at Robertson.
Real customers are experiencing a real difference with Spectrum Internet and TV.
The speed is insane. It's always right there. Just boom.
It was easy to connect all of my devices, and I was able to find a plan that was affordable for me.
I'm saving money, and I'm even getting more speed.
Get the speed you need to do all the things you love on all your devices with Spectrum Internet, delivering the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits. Switch now for $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
With Spectrum TV, the picture quality is incredible. I feel like I'm in the movie.
The amount of stuff available on Spectrum On Demand is just never ending.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go. All from $44.99 a month. Call 833-918-4499.
Spectrum gives me the best deal no matter what.
Every day I'm saving money.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Ask about our easy self-install options to install your new services yourself. Call 833-918-4499.
Get genuine value on gifts for Christmas during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's huge gift sale going on now. Shop amazing deals store-wide on great gifts for everyone on your list. For the chef, this Cuisinart cookware set is $30 off. For the car enthusiast, this garage floor jack is on sale, $129.99. Give the gift of winter readiness with $200 off this Cub Cadet snow thrower. And a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card is always the perfect gift. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
Imagine life in that, or that. Having zero stress. Wasting zero energy worrying. 0 days wanting less seats, more seats, and 0 regrets. Imagine that. 0 reasons not to get into a Volkswagen, especially now that you can start shopping from home. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event and lease the 2020 Tiguan S4 Motion today with 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 to its signing.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Thursday morning, with more people working and shopping from home, local police say porch pirates are an even bigger concern this year. We'll tell you what Madison police are seeing so far and what they recommend. See you tomorrow at 4:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. After years of government scrutiny, Facebook is now facing 2 massive antitrust lawsuits. One, filed by the Federal Trade Commission, could break up the company by forcing it to sell Instagram and WhatsApp. The second, filed by more than 45 state attorneys general, including Wisconsin, seeks to require Facebook to give notification of future acquisitions valued at $10 million or more. Both suits accuse Facebook of abusing its dominance in the digital marketplace and engaging in anti-competitive behavior. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware is investigating investigating Hunter Biden's tax affairs. President-elect Joe Biden's son says he was notified of the investigation today. Sources say investigators at the FBI and IRS have been helping prosecutors look into whether Hunter Biden violated tax and money laundering laws in business dealings with foreign countries. Today, the president-elect took to the stage with his nominee for Defense Secretary, retired four-star Army General Lloyd Austin. If confirmed, he could become the first black man to lead the Pentagon.
I know this man. I know his respect for our Constitution. I know his respect for our system of government.
You can expect that as Secretary of Defense that I will give you the same direct and unvarnished counsel.
But General Austin, who retired from active service just 4 years ago, will need a congressional waiver to exempt him from a federal law requiring defense secretaries be out of uniform for 7 years. President Trump says his campaign will join a case before the Supreme Court challenging election results in several swing states, including Wisconsin. The Texas Attorney General filed the suit yesterday. It demands that the 62 total electoral college votes in Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin will be invalidated. That's enough, if set aside, to swing the election. And Rudy Giuliani has left a D.C. hospital where he was being treated for COVID-19, giving a thumbs up as he was driven from the parking lot there. The president announced Sunday that his lawyer, Giuliani, had tested positive. In a radio interview, Giuliani said his symptoms were mild. Students in the Oregon School District are eligible to receive free meals, but not all families need it. So 2 moms are working together to pick up food for those who are fortunate enough and deliver it to those who need the support right now. Photojournalist Chris Hallbaker has the story.
It's just what people aren't eating.
Since my kids are enrolled in the school, they're eligible for this free food. It's breakfast and lunch 5 days a week. We started thinking about how we could redistribute and get it to families who needed it.
Got a lot of milk.
They would be able to provide food for all the families in the Oregon School District. That's the awesome part here.
Kids got to have the milk.
We're just redistributing food so that it doesn't get wasted.
So what I do is I just go around and I pick up the food from people's porches.
She's gathering the food and I'm delivering it. It's a team effort.
And they actually threw in some canned goods too. I have everything pegged on my map. I've got about 14 stops to make today.
Honestly, it's a pretty low effort, easy thing to do that helps people out.
Think of other people. Yeah. Especially in this year of 2020 has been an epic dumpster fire. You know, we got fruit, vegetables, we got some ranch. Who doesn't like ranch?
This is our second week of gathering and redistributing.
This way we can use all the fruits and frozen vegetables too. Those are things the food pantry won't take. So it's nice that we can really use everything.
Have everybody come together on there and just be so supportive and kind and willing to, what can I do? Could you use my food? Could you use my food? Everyone's just really coming together.
Why do you do it?
I don't know. I guess I have the time to do it. And I guess this is something, I lost my dad a couple years ago, and this is something he would love.
Oregon is really a community like that, where we step in and help each other. It's really nice to be a part of.
There's still good people everywhere. You know, you think there isn't, but there's a lot of good people in the world.
Well, we thank photojournalist Chris Hallbaker for his work there. Let's turn to another Chris Reese. He's got our full forecast. Chris?
Yeah, we're watching the weekend for sure, but we also have another great day in store for tomorrow, Eric. Temperatures will again be well above average, but what I'm watching for the weekend has the potential to be what I call a storm of change, simply because the weather pattern would likely change beyond that. I do have an alert day in the forecast for Friday night and Saturday. Snow would be developing over the area should this pan out the way I think it will as of now, and some of that could potentially be moderate to heavy snow. We're quiet across the country right now, but I'm watching this feature right here. You see coming ashore into the United States as we speak. This is key because as weather balloons are launched every day, they sample the air over the country. They help us forecast what's going to happen. Well, the weather balloons that are going to be launched tomorrow morning are going to be able to get a better idea of this storm because it's right over the country. What you see coming out of the north, this will provide the colder air, and should these two phase over the upper Midwest, we could be in for perhaps a plowable snowfall event as we move into the weekend. Here's Future Track Model 1. I showed you this yesterday. It was really far to the south. In fact, it kept us completely dry. It's further towards the north today. So it shows snow moving in overnight Friday into Saturday, with snow for southern and eastern Wisconsin throughout the day on Saturday and into Sunday. This is Future Track model number 2. One of the things you'll see is that it's in similar agreement. It has the rain, snow, and mix arriving by Friday afternoon and evening, with more snow as we go throughout the overnight hours. It is just a little bit faster by clearing us out by about 10 o'clock on Saturday. But then there's Future Track Model 3. This is high resolution. It only goes out to about midnight on Saturday morning, but higher resolution models, they have a better picture of the atmosphere as a whole. Typically, they're a little bit more accurate. So, that being said, this one picks up on that mixed potential that I'm expecting by Friday afternoon. You see how the sun sets, that quickly transitions over to snow, and this is midnight, 12:30 as we move into Saturday morning, and you see widespread snow for all of us. So we're going to watch this closely. It still really boils down to the track of the low. More of the model data is for the northerly track. However, there's still model data that has the southerly track. I was just looking at a model run that came in minutes ago that kept the snow completely out of Wisconsin. So tomorrow is the day that matters for us to truly begin to get a better handle on how things will play out. 29 our temperature right now. We'll see those temperatures stay into the upper 20s overnight tonight. 47 to 48 for your high into tomorrow. We're cooling down to 32 as we begin to move into your Friday morning. But here we are into Friday afternoon. You see that system coming in and becoming all snow as we move into your Saturday. Things that we are certainly watching very closely. Beyond that, Eric, the pattern looks colder and cold enough that if we put some good snow on the ground, it would likely stick around for us going into Christmas. Yesterday, I was talking about those white Christmas odds around 70%. I want to see how the models look tomorrow and what I officially think is going to happen with the storm. But if we get some snow on the ground, I like our white Christmas odds. You like it sticking around.
I like that southern track model you were talking about.
We'll see what happens.
Push it down there. Send it to Illinois and Indiana. Chris, thanks. Ahead in sports, a bounce back for the Badgers and Brad Davis, and how the senior guard willed Wisconsin to a win today. Zach's in next. He's got sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's called the greater good. At Quartz, it's what fuels our passion to better serve our members and our community. It's why we ensure easy access to the doctors, hospitals, and clinics of UW Health. It's what pushes us to invest in the name of community health and wellness programs, and to find new ways to help those who need the help the most. But hey, you know all about the greater good. Quartz, health plans built with you in mind.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go in.
Toyotathon is on. 'Tis the season for great year-end deals.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $750 customer cash on a stylish new 2021 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Don't miss out. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Over 30 years of memories in this house. The most valuable things you'll ever own. And that is why we exist.
When you put money in a big bank, there it goes. But when you keep your money at Associated Bank, it gets invested close to home. It might become this family's renovation or help this little one's college fund. It could build local business or your favorite neighborhood spot. Because when you bank with Associated Bank, your money works in your community. All you have to do is make a simple choice. Send your money there or keep it here. Associated Bank. Your money works here.
Let's holiday. Let's light it up and dish it up. Let's stuff turkeys as well as stockings and never miss out on the mistletoe. Let's turn fresh into festive and festive into flavorful. Let's fill the kitchen with holiday sear and make memories over a cookie dough covered table. Let's carve it and share it, then savor it with a side and know where I'd rather be. Let's make a toast to what truly matters most, because the holidays are here, and no one does the holidays like Festival Foods.
Last time out for Wisconsin, Brad Davison was MIA. The senior guard finished with more fouls than points and spent a majority of the game on the bench due to his foul trouble. So against Rhode Island, Davison was a man on a mission. We'll get to him in a second, but first, Nate Reavers entered tied with Ethan Happ for most career blocks in school history. He now stands alone as the school's all-time leader with that SWAT. Reavers is at 157 and counting. Now let's go back to Brad. He was money from distance. Davison drilled 3 triples in the first 5 minutes of the game, giving the Badgers an early lead, and they'd never give it up as Wisconsin gets back into the win column and beats Rhode Island 73-62, thanks to B-Rad and his 23-point performance.
That's the beauty of this team, too. You know, people cannot play well one game, but then the next game they'll bounce back and have a great game and carry us. Brad obviously carried us pretty much the entire game with knocking down shots, making free throws. Obviously, without him, we wouldn't win the game.
The Marquette game, I found myself on the bench quite a bit in foul trouble, and it was really hard to get into the game. So I knew coming out tonight that I wanted to be aggressive, and I wanted to do what was best for the team. So hunting my shots early.
In the last 4 meetings against Iowa, Wisconsin has rushed for a total of 924 yards. Last year alone, they ran for 300 in the win. But this season, it might be a little tougher sledding. The Hawkeyes boast one of the best defensive lines in the Big Ten. In 6 games, their D-line alone has racked up 34.5 tackles for loss. So in order to continue their trend of running all over the Hawks, the Badger O-line knows they'll have to be at their best.
Best front that we've seen to this point. They're really impressive. They play physical ball, but they're also athletic in their movements, and they know what they're doing. They play their scheme well, so it's going to be a challenge. Like I said, they're kind of a mirror image of our, smash mouth physical football. So it's going to be just that. It's going to be a physical game, and we're excited for the challenge.
And what an off-season it's been for the Beloit Snappers. New stadium, new name, and now a new affiliate. After 8 years with the Oakland A's, the organization is expected to become the new high Class A affiliate of the Miami Marlins. So, sticking with the fish theme, the new name has to be either Polka Pike or Sky Carp, right? We're back after this.
Wow, what a play by Jazz.
We get it. You had more important things to do. So the Black Friday sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson & Walks.
Guys, breakfast! I'm leaving for McDonald's in 5 seconds. Why didn't you start with that?
Get a sausage McMuffin and hash browns or a sausage biscuit and hash browns. Each pair just $2. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
For over 86 years, you have made Steinhafels part of your family, and we would like to say thank you. With 35 to 50% off and great deals on the largest selection of furniture at the guaranteed lowest prices. Like this cocktail table, $4.59, and this sofa, only $4.99. This queen bed, just $7.49, or this dining table, $7.99. Get a Beauty Rest Silver Queen for the price of a twin. It's Steinhafels Customer Appreciation Sale, the sale that's all about you.
Introducing the best gift idea ever. Give a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership. They'll get fuel savings every time they shop. Plus, our Redline premium service Hotline. Plus, free online delivery and free express pickup. Plus, a personal online shopper. Plus, exclusive offers every month, like a free bouquet. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus really does equal more. Make someone's Christmas with a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership today.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the Cetus commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The Instant Read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cetusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
There's always a way to make joy America, so it's time to get to it. And with the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event, we're here to help. We're giving you the best deals of the season on the adventure-ready Ford Ranger and the Built Ford Tough Ford F-150 to help you make some extra joy this year. Because this season will be as bright as ever. Ford, built for the holidays. Get $9,522 in total savings on F-150 XLT, plus $1,000 trade assist during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event.
We get it. You had more important things to do. So the Black Friday sale at Denver Mattress has been extended. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend, plus 7 years no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Shopko Optical.
Finally tonight, check it out. A gingerbread city in Bergen, Norway, opening to the public today. Every year since 1991, kindergartners, school children, local businesses, thousands of other volunteers have participated in the construction here. You'll find everything from tiny homes to local landmarks, trains, cars, boats, international signature buildings. Said to be the world's largest gingerbread city. Look at that snow on those rooftops. I think that's frosting, though, Chris, and you're looking for maybe more the real thing come Friday. Maybe. It'll depend on tomorrow.
Yeah, we really want to pay attention to what the storm track does and the forecast models as we move into tomorrow. The storm is just now moving into the United States, so our air data is finally able to tap into that and get a better idea of what's going to happen. But for now, it does look like accumulating snow Friday night into Saturday. An alert day on Saturday with a colder pattern to follow.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.